And I am the CEO of Seva Exchange Corporation, and we are reinventing volunteerism. Seva Exchange is tapping into an underserved $410 billion plus market. We have many unfair advantages that I'd like to tell you about, and we plan to make an aggressive play in the volunteer economy and emerge as a leader. So, our team is made up of well-established individuals. Our chairman is actually the inventor of time banking, which I'm going to go over because we have a time banking platform. Edgar Kant is the inventor of time banking, a civil rights leader, and a distinguished law professor. He founded the nonprofit Time Banks USA in 1995, for which we are a spin-off of, a for-profit spin-off of. And I have spent a decade managing enterprise software and mobile app development, and I'm also a senior time banking fellow. Our CTO, Beberg, has built many venture-backed apps with huge exits. Chris and Martin's back there, have brought decades of experience and role domain expertise in marketing and HR tech. And Dr. Carol Shu is a former research scientist from Consensus and is our chief evangelist. So what is time banking? Let me explain to you. So within a trusted community, every hour you volunteer, you can earn a time credit that is redeemable for an hour of help for yourself. Yeah, that's right. So every hour you give, anyone of you volunteering at an F50 event can now be redeemable. How many hours you put in? 6 hours? You can get 6 hours back for babysitting, gardening, any of those things. And if you don't want your time back, you can donate your credits to someone in need, thus doubling your volunteering impact. I told you we're reinventing volunteerism. So what do? We connect, motivate, and retain valuable volunteers for community-minded organizations. We do this by providing an innovative volunteer management platform using AI, blockchain, and time banking principles. So the market opportunity is huge. You would not think that normally nonprofits don't have money, but I'm here to prove you wrong. So nonprofits took in over $410 billion in donations in 2017, which is up 5%. They managed 63 million volunteer workers and paid $102 billion in administrative costs to do so. At least $11 billion was spent on retention, volunteer retention and recruitment efforts. So what is the problem? So each year, 21 million volunteers may leave, they quit, mainly because they're bored, frustrated, or feel disconnected. Volunteer managers lack actual data to solve the problem, which then causes organizations to spend billions of dollars backfilling or rehiring. So if you think about the costly volunteer acquisition costs, including background checks and training, then you'll understand why this is a huge problem. So our Seva X platform reduces churn costs by at least 35%, and we do this through algorithmic skills to needs matching, and by offering these time banking credits, which we call Seva coins. We cut churn and generate more volunteer hours, all while saving organizations a ton of money. So our Seva X platform helps recruit more volunteers because we connect 3 volunteer sectors with the general volunteer population. So nonprofits, what do they need most? They need volunteers, and they usually need money, right? Corporate sponsorship. Time bank communities that we already have existing all over the world, they can increase that volunteer pool. Corporations need to increase volunteering amongst their employees and meet their CSR needs. So we're building that gigantic ecosystem. So here's a volunteer's view. So volunteers can create a profile, list their strongest skills or interests they're willing to give, and their general availability, and discreetly list what they need help with. They can also view local campaigns seeking volunteers, as well as have a customizable news feed here. It says, pick strawberries for the food bank today. With our intelligent skills matching, volunteers will be connected to the right opportunity. So that actual data that I was talking about is a problem that volunteer managers currently don't have. We provide that because each time credit trade generates data volunteer managers need. They can answer questions such as, is my yield per volunteer increasing or decreasing? So a community manager can ask, what do my community members most need right now? So no other software that's available today actually goes out there and motivates people to volunteer and keep them doing it. So we incentivize and motivate volunteers through rewards by way of our Seva coins, impact validation. So when you're being matched to the right person, that you can offer something that you're passionate about to someone who desperately needs it, you're creating that impact. Skills mastery, so you can volunteer for things you're interested in and hone those skills and then eventually get a job from that. And last, gamification techniques. Earning badge levels is fun, especially when you're also doing good. Seva Exchange already has an international install base in 97 countries. This allows us to ramp up more quickly than most startups. We're inheriting customers, user data, and frankly, a lot of goodwill. I told you about that unfair advantage. So we're continuing to line up Crypto for Good partners to honor our coins. Andrew Yang's presidential campaign will use our white label version of our time-making platform for his campaign branded as the Humanity First app. And our first beta test pilot has begun with a very excited network of communities in New Zealand. So we've got major partners, Google. We're an early adoption partner with the Google Flutter development team. And we were recently accepted into the Oracle Global Ecosystem Blockchain Scale-Up Program. And more partners are asking to join us as we get more exposure. Our plan is to leverage our existing time-bank community networks. I mentioned the 97 countries. We'll also bundle with partners who target the same customers, such as nonprofits, and we'll sell directly to national nonprofits like YMCA and such. So we sell subscriptions to our platform with 3 different level admin capabilities to allow for low entry pricing for communities, all the way up to high margin enterprise offerings to corporations and large nonprofits. So most of our competitors are merely volunteer tracking, strictly time-banking, or enterprise volunteer management systems. But I mentioned before, none of our competitors' products focus on motivation. This graph here depicts other products in the market that don't automate skills matching intelligently and have very small pools of volunteers. So we also have an incredible advisory team with varying backgrounds of technical, marketing, finance, who are innovators, social entrepreneurs themselves, as well as VCs. We are currently seeking $500K of angel investment to scale our solution globally. It's to our advantage to make an aggressive play in this mostly overlooked but sizable market and emerge a powerful leader. So please join us. Thank you.